The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. First down throw, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and 10, Tannehill. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. This is Langford on first and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Ryan Glasgow breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Landry. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Langford running right. What a spin. And now running right through it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Rawls. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Glasgow in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter. And
while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 23. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, it's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Malik McDowell in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. They go screenplay to Langford. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kiko Alonso able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Tannehill on 1st down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ryan Glass Pascal in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard, and he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught. Block it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Wilson operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again.
And now it's out. Langford loses the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They'll try to run with Rawls. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. They go again with Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Pass incomplete. Jeremy Langford, the one he was trying to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done. On 1st down, Tannehill. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Back to throw, Tannehill. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense. But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes. And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball. And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team? Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Back to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know. And he loses the football a second time, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
On the ground, Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, here's Tannehill. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.